So good day. Our topic for today is series and sigma notation. So on our last topic, our topic is geometric sequence and arithmetic sequence. Then followed by the arithmetic series and geometric series. Okay? Now, those series ay i-convert naman natin ngayon sa sigma notation. Okay? So what is sigma? O later on makita nyo. But first, a series in mathematics is the sum of the terms of a sequence, which can be finite or infinite. Ayun yung mga na-discuss natin last time. So, review lang naman to. So, number one, check natin kung siya ba ay finite or infinite. So, in number one, we have 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus, kung makita natin, etong tatlong dots. So, of course, it indicates that continuous siya. Ibig sabihin, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung kanyang ina-add. Therefore, this is infinite. Okay? Then, yung number 2 naman, again, number 1 is infinite. Number 2, we have 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus, then meron pa ring tatlong tuldok dyan. Therefore, this is infinite pa rin. Again, yung tatlong tuldok doon, it indicates na continuous. Pero depende pa rin minsan sa problem. Minsan kasi sa problem ang nilalagay lang, solve for from the first term up to the fourth term or the first fourth term. 'Di ba? Minsan may ganong problem. So, depende pa rin talaga siya sa question. Then number 3, we have 4 plus 8 plus 16 plus 32. So, this is finite. Bakit? Kasi hindi siya continuous. Nag-stop siya kay 32 na lang. Then, number 4, we have 1 plus 1 half plus 1 fourth plus 1 over 8. Therefore, this is also a finite dahil alam natin yung pinaka-end ng ating series, which is 1 over 8. Okay? So, again, this is series. Pagka sinabi nating sequence, yun ay ginagamitan ng comma. But when it comes to series, ginagamitan natin siya ng addition. Okay? Or nung addition or nung plus sign natin. Okay? So sigma notation is a concise way to represent the sum of a sequence of numbers using the Greek letter sigma to denote the summation. So it indicates that we need to find the sum from the word summation. Ang word niya or ang root word niya is sum. Therefore, kukunin natin yung total. Okay? Kung alam nyo, this is the uppercase letter ng sigma. Okay? Sa Greek letter. So, bakit ba kailangan natin siyang i-convert into sigma notation? Kasi for example, our series is up to 100. 100 yung terms niya. So, dapat ma-denote natin siya ng mas maikli lang using this sigma notation to get the summation of each series. Okay? So, this is the structure of the sigma notation. The general form of sigma notation is, ito yung example natin dito. This is the example where the sigma, and kung makita nyo dito sa definition natin, where the sigma symbol indicates the summation. Ibig sabihin, pag meron yan, automatic summation or sum or total yung hinahanap natin. Then, yung I, it indicates the index of the summation, which takes on the integer values starting from the lower limit k to the upper limit n. Ibig sabihin, yun nandito sa baba. Dito muna tayo. This is what we call the lower limit. Kaya siya tinawag na lower limit, siya yung pinakauna or dun sa sequence natin or series natin, siya yung A sub 1. Okay? Then, ito namang upper limit natin, siya yung tinatawag nating last term or kung ano man yung hinahanap natin. For example, up to 100 term, siya yung last term. Okay? So, in summation, tinatawag natin siyang upper limit. Madali naman tandaan. Pag nasa baba, lower limit. Pag nasa taas, upper limit. Okay? Then, yung A sub 1, ito yung nasa gitna na yan. This represents, ito pakibasa to. This represents a general term of the sequence being summed. It can be an expression involving I. Ibig sabihin, kumbaga parang siya yung magsisilbing formula. Tapos later on, malalaman nyo bakit formula kasi mag-substitute lang tayo dyan sa value na nandyan sa gitna ng summation natin. Okay? Then the lower limit, ayun yung sinabi ko kanina, the lower limit of the summation indicating the starting value of the index, siya yung pinakamababa, siya yung a sub 1 sa kanya mag-umpisa, and the upper limit of the summation indicating the final value of the index or the last value or yung a sub n natin. Okay? So let's try. Expand and evaluate the following. So this is the sigma notation to series. Naka-sigma notation siya, then gagawin natin siyang series. Okay? And since meron tayong word na evaluate, ibig sabihin, hanapin din natin yung sagot sa series na yun. After natin siya ma-expand into series, gagawin na rin natin or isolve na rin natin kung ano yung value niya. Okay? So, ang lagi natin tignan natin, saan ba siya mag-umpisa? So, the lower limit is I is equal to 1 and the upper limit is equal to 6. Actually, yung iba nilalagay dito, n is equal to 6, pero yung iba hindi na naglalagay kasi automatic na kagad na once na nasa taas, that's the upper limit. Okay? If tayo ay magsisimula sa 1, tapos mag-e-end tayo sa 6, ano naman ngayon yung formula natin? Okay? So, yung formula natin, ito yung hinahanap niya. So, ang sabi, I lang. Wala kang gagawin. Wala kang i-add, wala kang i-multiply, or so whatever. Okay? Therefore, I, or the S of 6, is equal to, kung mag-umpisa tayo sa 1, i-substitute natin yan dito sa I. Therefore, we have 1. Okay? Ang sabi dito, magsisimula siya kay 1. Ano ba yung reason kung bakit tayo magsisimula kay 1? Kasi ang kasunod niya is, of course, counting numbers, 2, 3, 4, 5, hanggang makarating tayo dun kay 6, which is yung pinaka last term niya. Therefore, if I is equal to 2, tapos ilagay natin siya dito, I is equal to 2, therefore the next term is equal to plus 2. Okay? Next, yung pang third term naman. Kung kanina 2, if I is equal to 3, therefore I is equal to 3. Direct substitution lang. Yung I, palitan mo lang ng 3. Plus 3, and ulit-ulitin nyo lang yun, magiging hanggang plus 4, plus 5, and plus 6. Okay? So, ito na yung expanded form natin nung summation natin or sigma notation natin. Okay? So, the S sub 6 is equal to, or the partial sum of S sub 6 or the 6 terms is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. At pag in-input niyo yan sa inyong mga calculator, you will get the value of 21. Okay? So, this is the expanded form and this is the, kumbaga, sa evaluation. Okay? Nung nag-evaluate tayo. This is the answer or the sum. Okay? So, this is S sub 6 is equal to 21. Next. Basta yan na yung kanina. Next. We have 6. Again, dito, sir, bakit po n naman yung ginamit instead of I? Minsan ang ginagamit ng iba is n, minsan ang ginagamit ng iba is I. Okay? So, again, ganun pa rin naman yung function nila. Pag nasa baba, this is the lower limit and this is the upper limit. Ibig sabihin, from first term to second term yung gagawin natin. So, since alam natin na dapat 6 yung terms natin, tingnan natin ano yung nasa gitna. Yung nasa gitna is yung 2 2 times n or 2n. Therefore, since yung upper limit natin is up to 6, ang ilalagay ko dito is s sub 6 is equal to, kung magsisimula tayo sa 1 as the value of n, kunin natin yan dito sa formula. Okay? So, we will get 2. Yung n, palitan nyo lang ng 1. Huwag kalimutan ang open and close parenthesis. That's 2 times 1. Okay? Next, series ang hinahanap natin. Therefore, maglalagay tayo ng plus. Tapos na tayo sa first term. Ano ba yung second term? Or ano ba yung sunod kay 1? Diba 2? Therefore, itong 2 na to, since value siya ni n, palitan natin yung volume ng n dito. So, it would become 2 multiply by 2. Substitution lang. Okay? Next, if n is equal to 3 naman daw, palitan mo lang din yung n dun sa 2n. Kaya sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, parang siya yung formula natin. Direct substitution lang tayo. So, we have 2 times 3. Okay? Next kay 3, we have 4. If n is equal to 4, mula pa rin yan dito sa 2 times n, that's 2 times 4. Next, yung 5 naman natin, if n is equal to 5, dito pa rin yung formula natin which is 2 times n, we have 2 times 5. Sir, kailan ba tayo hihinto? Huwag natin kakalimutan yung upper limit natin. At yung upper limit natin is the last term, which is 6. Therefore, dapat sa pang-anim na term or pang-anim na value ni n, hihinto na tayo. Nakakailan na ba tayo? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and last one is 6. If n is equal to 6, di magiging 2 times 6 na siya. Okay? So, again, this is the expanded form, pero hindi pa siya yung mismong series natin. Bakit? Kasi kailangan pa natin siyang i-multiply. So, we have s sub 6 is equal to 2 times 1 is 2, plus, ito yan, 2 times 1 is equal to 2, then 2 times 2 is equal to 4, plus 2 times 3 is equal to 6, plus 2 times 4 is equal to 8, then plus 2 times 5 is equal to 10, plus and lastly, 2 times 6 is equal to 12. Okay? So, next na natin is ito na yung pinaka series natin. We have the first term, which is 2, fourth term, second term is 4, third term is 6, fourth term is 8, fifth term is 10, and sixth term is 12. Okay? So, kukunin natin ngayon yung evaluation niya or yung pinaka-sum niya. So, we have S sub 6 is equal to, we need to add 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10 plus 12. And you will get 42. O, pwede nyo i-calculator yan. So, 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10 plus 12. Para makasabay kayo, pag may pinapasok ka, for example, paki-add to, yung 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10 plus 12, i-pause nyo yung video. Then, try nyong mag-solve. Then, check natin kung tama ba yung nasagutan nyo or hindi. Kung mali, edi check nyo kung saan nagkamali. Okay? So, the answer is equal to 42. Okay? Next. Okay, next. So, we have, again, n is equal to 1. Therefore, our lower limit is 1 and the upper limit is 6. Therefore, up to 6 term yung hinahanap natin or hanggang 6. Okay? From 1 to 6. Then, yung formula natin ay merong 2n raised to 2 plus 3. Pwede nyo i-pause yung video then try nyo kung kayang sagutin. Okay? So, check natin. So we have n is equal to 1, which is our lower limit, and the upper limit is 6. Therefore, we have s sub 6 pa rin is equal to, ang sabi, yung n daw or yung first term ay n is equal to 1. Therefore, parang kanina lang din, direct substitution, palitan lahat ng n ng 1. Therefore, we have 2 times 1 raised to 2 plus 3. Okay? Pero huwag kakalimutan lagyan ng another parenthesis or bracket. Bakit? Kasi itong mismong formula na to ay isang buong term or isang buong value lang siya. Para hindi siya mahalo sa ibang value. So, elementary pa lang, tinuturo na yan yung pag-group ng mga numbers. Then, for our second term, we have plus. Kung second term na, parang kanilang din, after ng 1, magiging 2 yung n natin. Therefore, we have 2 times 2 raised to 2 plus 3, huwag kalimutang i-group. second term yan. Plus, yung n naman is equal to 3. We have 2, palitan lang yung n ng 3, times 3 raised to 2 plus 3. Huwag din kalimutang i-group. Next, 4 naman. We have 2 times 4 raised to 2 plus 3. Then, huwag kalimutang i-group. Nasa 4 pa lang tayo. Ilalagay ko lang sa baba para mas magkasya. So, next natin is 5. We have, wait lang, lagyan ko muna ng plus dito. Plus 2 times 5 raised to 2 plus 3. Then, huwag kalimutang i-group. Then, plus, yung last one kasi nasa pang fifth na tayo, we have the last term which is 6. We have 2 times 6 raised to 2 plus 3. And, huwag kalimutang i-group. Okay? So, this is the expanded form. Solve na lang natin yung mga value para makuha natin yung series natin. So, we have S sub 6 is equal to, pasensya na due to lack of space dito sa screen ko, isasabay-sabay na natin. For example, 1 squared, then 1 squared is 1, multiply by 2. Dito muna tayo sa term na to, or sa first term natin. Wait, palitan ko lang yung kulay para hindi malito. So, dito muna tayo sa first term natin. Okay? So, ang gagawin nyo dyan is 1 squared. What is 1 squared? That is 1. 1 times 2 kasi nakatabi siya kay 2. So, 1 times 2 is 2. Okay? Alam na natin na ang value nitong mga to is 2. Then, add by 3. So, 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Therefore, our first term is equal to 5. Okay? Next, yung addition, huwag kakalimutan. Plus, ito muna, 2 squared. 2 squared is equal to 4. 4 times 2 is equal to 8. Alam natin na ang value nito is equal to 8 na. Okay? 8 plus 3 is equal to 11. So, 11 yung ating second term. Next, so kalimutan yung addition pa rin, plus sign. Dito muna tayo, 3 squared. 3 squared is 9 kasi 3 times 3 is 9 times 2 is 18. Okay? Then 18 plus 3 is equal to 21. So we have 21 as our third number. Next, fourth number na tayo. What is 4 squared? 4 squared is 4 times 4, 16. Times 2 is 32. Okay? 32 plus 3 is equal to 35. Therefore, our fourth term is 35. Plus, ito na tayo sa pang-fifth. 5 squared or 5 times 5 is 25. Times 2 is equal to 50. 50 plus 3 is equal to 53. Okay? Then, our last term, which is 6, or the sixth term, we have 6 squared or 6 times 6. We have 6 squared or 6 times 6 is 36. Then, multiply by 2 is equal to 72. Then, 72 plus 3 is equal to 75. Okay? So, itong 5 plus 11 plus 21 plus 35 plus 53 plus 75, ito na yung nasa series natin. Okay? Then, i-add nyo lang lahat yan and you will get it's equal to 200. So, S of 6 or S sub 6 is equal to 200. The summation of this, or the answer in this notation, is equal to 200. Okay? Next. Next. Kanina, N yung mga ginagamit. Ngayon, I na naman. So, it's fine kasi pares lang naman sila. So, N or I, we treat that as variable. Variable naman talaga sila. Okay? So, again, our first limit, or the lower limit rather, is 1, then the upper limit is 8. Therefore, up to 8 yung ating term or yung hahanapan ng value. Okay? If I is equal to 1, therefore, lahat ng I dito ay papalitan natin ng 1 hanggang makarating tayo kay 8. Parang yung kanina. So, we have S sub 8 is equal to tayo. Since I is equal to 1, ito yung ating magiging formula. Lahat ng I palitan ng 1. So, we have 3 multiply yung I na yan, papalitan natin ng 1 plus 2. Since first term to, huwag kalimutan siyang i-group. Plus, since ang kasunod ni 1 is 2, yung I dyan ay gagawin nating 2. Okay? So, we have 3 times 2 plus 2. At huwag kalimutang i-group. Pwede nyo i-pause, tas unahan nyo akong magsagot ha, tas tignan nyo lang yung solution kung tama ba or hindi. Or kung may correction naman dito sa ginagawa ko, pwede nyo naman sabihin din sa akin. Okay? So, we have plus. After the second term, we have the third term. So, pabalitan natin siya ng 3. Therefore, 3 times 3 plus 2. At huwag kalimutang i-group. Okay? Next, plus. So, nasa pang fourth term na tayo. So, we have 3 times 4 plus 2. Group uli natin. Then, lagyan ko lang dito ng plus. Then, yung pang fifth term naman. So, we have 3 times 5. Wait lang. Magkagalit ata sila. Malayo. So, we have 3 times 5 plus 2. And that's our fifth term. Then, sixth term naman natin, we have 3 times 6 plus 2. Next, 3 times 7 times 2. Nasa seventh term na tayo. Then, 8 naman. So, last term natin, dahil hanggang 8 daw yung upper limit natin, so we have 3 times 8 plus 2. And that would be our final term or the last term. Okay? Again, expanded form, kunin natin to para makuha natin yung series natin. So, we have S sub 8 is equal to 3 times 1. Ito lang yan. Wait lang, palitan ko lang yung ink ko. 3 times 1 plus 2. So, it would become 3 plus 2 is 5. Our first term is 5. Okay? Plus 3 times 2 is 6 plus 2 is 8. Second term. Ito na yung third term natin. 3 times 3 is equal to 9 plus 2 is 11. Next, 3 times 4 is 12 plus 2 is equal to 14. Next, dito naman tayo sa pang-fifth. 3 times 5 is equal to 15 plus 2 is equal to 17. Sa pang-sixth term na tayo, ito. 3 times 6 is 18 plus 2 is 20. Then, seventh term, 3 times 7 is 21 plus 2 is equal to 23. Then, last term, 3 times 8 is 24 plus 2 is equal to 26. Therefore, ito na yung ating series. Evaluate natin to get the final answer in this summation or sigma notation. We have S sub 8 is equal to 5 plus 8 plus 11 plus 14 plus 17 plus 20 plus 23 and plus 26. And i-add nyo lang yan sa calculator or kayo, mag-manual kayo, walang problema. And you will get 124. So the summation or the answer in this summation is equal to 124. Okay? Okay, so kanina nandun tayo sa sigma notation into series. Okay? So, kinonvert natin yung naka-sigma into series para makuha natin yung para ma-evaluate natin, then para makuha natin yung summation niya. Ngayon, vice versa naman or babaliktarin natin. Yung series, gagawin naman nating sigma. Okay? Or sigma notation. Sir, bakit 1, 2, 3, 4 lang yan? Pasensya na, pero pwede niyong ilagay dito is S sub 5. The partial sum of 5. For example, S sub 5 is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Ito, napakadali niyang ma-evaluate. Okay? Pero hindi yun yung pinakagagawin natin. I-convert natin siya into sigma notation. Dapat kasi alam din natin kung paano mag-convert ng sigma. Okay? Then, meron ako ditong reminders na ginawa. If ever man na hindi ito yung turo sa inyo dati or kung hindi man ito yung itinuturo sa inyo ngayon, kung meron bang manonood nito na hindi ko students, okay lang din naman. Pero ito kasi yung nakita kong way para mas madaling maintindihan yung ating series to sigma notation. Reminders. So this is the reminders. The numbers are supposedly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kasi yun yung magkakasunod natin. That's our counting numbers. So dapat supposedly our first term is 1, second term is 2, third term is 3, fourth term is 4, fifth term is 5, and so on and so forth. Yun nga lang nagkakaroon tayo ng pagkakaiba-iba sa bawat term kasi kung mapapansin nyo kanina, meron tayong tinatawag na parang formula. Okay? Yung for example, yung 2i plus 3. For example, ay yung example natin kanina. So, hindi na siya nagiging 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kumbaga, napapalitan yung ating, tawag dito, napapalitan yung ating mga term. Okay? Yung first term up to nth term. Ngayon, alam natin yung mga term na yun kasi series yung given sa atin. Ang mahirap ngayon ay, or hindi naman mahirap, pero ang medyo tricky lang ngayon ay kung paano malalaman yung parang formula. Okay? Para mapa-short natin or mapaikli natin yung term or magamit natin siya into sigma notation. Okay? So, tignan muna natin kung ano ba yung pwedeng gawin. So, for example, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, meron tayong 5 terms. Alam kagad natin na pagka meron tayong 5 terms, isulat lang natin si sigma dito is our sigma notation. Sir, ano pong variable gamitin natin? It's either n or I. But I suggest I muna yung gamitin natin. Sa lower limit or sa first term, dito natin siya ilalagay sa baba. So, our lower limit is I is equal to, ano ba yung pinakauna? So, yung pinakauna natin is 1. Therefore, I is equal to 1. Okay? Then, ano ba yung pinakalas natin? Our last limit or upper limit rather is up to 5 or up to fifth term. Okay? Bakit pang fifth term? Bilangin nyo lang yan. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, we have 5 terms. So, the upper limit is equal to 5. Okay? Next. Ito medyo madali pa naman to kasi 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ang sabi ko, supposedly, yung first term natin or yung a sub 1 must be 1. Yung a sub 2 which is second term must be 2. Yung a sub 3 which is the third term must be 3. Yung a sub 4 which is the fourth term must be 4. And the a sub 5 must be 5. Or pag kinonvert natin into series, we have we have S sub 5 is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Ayan dapat yun. Ngayon, tignan natin siya. Since ito yung pinaka-goal natin dapat, tignan natin yung given natin. So, sa given natin, meron tayong 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Ibig sabihin, magkaparehas na magkaparehas. Tandaan nyo to. Once na magkaparehas yan, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ibig sabihin, wala tayong idinagdag, wala tayong i-multiply. Tingnan natin sa reminders. Ang na-check natin, supposedly, dapat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on and so forth siya. Then, yung ratio and or difference. The difference or the ratio. Okay? So, yung difference nila, the common difference is 1. So, pag 1, alam na kagad natin ang common difference. Counting lang siya. Okay? Next, addition. Yes, nag-a-add. Actually, kahit di na muna natin tapusin tong reminders, alam natin na yung first term is 1, second term is 2, up to fifth term is 5. Therefore, ang given lang natin is I. Okay? Or yung pinaka-formula lang natin ay I. Bakit? Di ba sabi ko kanina, kung ano yung nasa gitna, siya yung parang formula. Tapos direct substitution. If our I, for example, sa lower limit natin, if our I is equal to 1, ano magiging value nito? E di 1. Then, next naman, if our I, yung next term natin, which is 2, if our I is equal to 2, therefore, this would become 2. Okay? Pag naging 2 yan, may mabago ba sa value? Wala. Direct substitution lang. For example, our I, yung third term natin is equal to 3. Therefore, ito ay magiging 3. Bakit? Kasi wala na siyang minumultiply, wala nang dinidivide, wala nang ina-add at sinusubtract. Okay? O, medyo naguguluhan pa siguro. Pero ito yung pinakamadali. Pagka counting numbers, pag same na same yung expected natin dun sa series na given natin, ang ilalagay lang natin ay kung ano yung variable, which is I or N. Okay? Tingnan natin baka tingnan natin yung right answer. So the right answer would be this one. So we have the lower limit which is equal to I and the upper limit is equal to 5. Okay? Paano ba siya basahin? So, paano mabasa siya? Mag-umpisa tayo dito sa ating pinaka parang formula or what we call the expression. So, para mabasa natin siya, this is, unahin natin yung word na summation or the summation since ito is sigma notation. The summation of I as I goes from 1 up to 5. Okay? So, parang ganun lang. The summation of I, kasi yung pinaka-expression natin ay I lang. Kung yan ay may plus 2, edi sasabihin natin the summation of I plus 2. Since I lang yung pinaka-nakuha natin, or yung na-convert natin, the summation of I as I goes from 1 to 5. Okay? Then, ilalagay natin dito kung ano yung magiging sagot niya. That's 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Okay? And this is equal to 15. So again, para mabasa siya, the summation of as I goes from 1 to 5 is equal to 15. Okay? So, ganun siya basahin. Something like that. Okay? Pero ang pinaka-importante, alam nyo kung paano mag-convert. Next. So, our next is 2, 4, 6, 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10. Again, ang sabi dito, the numbers are supposedly 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So, dapat, ito dapat ay 1, ito dapat ay 2, ito dapat ay 3, ito dapat ay 4, ito dapat ay 5. Okay? So, iisipin natin, yung 1, bakit siya naging 2? Yung 2, ayusin ko lang yung pagbilog. Yung 1, isipin natin bakit siya naging 2. Yung 2, bakit naging 4. Yung 3, bakit naging 6. Yung 4, bakit naging 8. And yung 5, bakit naging 10. Diyan pa lang, doon pa lang sa idea na yun, alam kong yung iba, nakita na kagad kung ano yung possible na nangyari o bakit siya naging 4, bakit naging 6, bakit naging 8 or 10, di ba? Yung iba nakita na yan. So, check natin yung pangalawang reminders. Check the difference or ratio. Okay? So, ano ba yung difference ng mga numbers natin? So, ang difference ng numbers natin, eto medyo may kabaligtaran siya ha. Ang difference ng mga numbers natin, 4 minus 2 is equal to 2. 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. 8 minus 6 is equal to 2. And 10 minus 8 is equal to 2. Therefore, the common difference is equal to 2. Okay? Kumbaga, 2 yung difference ng bawat isa. Okay? Yun lang yung alam natin sa series. Next, alamin naman natin. Check for addition or subtraction. Siguro, X na muna to. Hindi naman yan yung pinaka-kailangan natin. Okay? So, tignan natin. Bakit ba magiging 2 or paano magiging 2 yung 1? Paano magiging 4 yung 2? Paano magiging magiging 6 yung 3, paano magiging 8 yung 4, paano magiging 10 yung 5. Yung iba kanina pa nasa isip, sir, times 2. Okay? Now, check natin. If our I is equal to, or yung tinatawag nating index, kaya siya ay index, if our I is supposedly equal to 2, equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bakit siya magiging 2, 4, 6, 8, 10? So, yung iba napansin kagad, sir, times 2 po. Okay? Sir, pag times 2 mo po yung 1, 2 times 1, it's equal to 2. 2 times 2 is equal to 4. 3 times 2 is equal to 6. 4 times 8 is equal, 4 times 2 is equal to 8. 5 times 2 is equal to 10. So, pag times 2 po lahat yan, ang value nila ay yung mga katapat nila. Okay? Therefore, ito ha, makinig mabuti. If our I supposedly or supposed to be 1, 2, 3, 4, tapos times 2, lalagyan natin siya ng 2 sa harap. Paano yan? Again, sulat natin yung summation. We have this summation and the lower limit is I is equal to 1. Okay? O ilan yung term natin? Bilangan natin yung term. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So, hanggang 5 terms yung hahanapan natin ng value or ng summation. Ang pinakakailangan na lang natin ngayon is yung pinaka-expression or parang formula na nasa gitna. So, kanina sinabi natin, if I was supposedly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bakit siya magiging 2? Bakit magiging 4? And napansin nyo, sabihin natin napansin nyo, i-claim agad natin, napansin nyo na minultiply ng 2 bawat term. Okay? Therefore, we can conclude that it is 2 times I. Okay? Therefore, we have 2 times I. Bakit? O, para i-double checking, di ba ang sabi, I is equal to 1, therefore, dapat yung I sa unang term ay papalitan natin ng 1. So, 2 times 1 is equal to 2, which is our first term. Ano yung kasunod ng 1? 2. If our I is equal to 2, palitan nyo lang to ng 2, yung I dito sa expression natin, 2 times 2 is equal to 4. At mapapansin nyo na pag minultiply natin yung mga supposedly series natin, kagaya ni 3, 2 times 3 is equal to 6 hanggang makarating kay 5, it's 2 times 5 is equal to 10. Okay? Therefore, this is our sigma notation from this series. Okay? Pag may question, ulit-ulitin nyo lang yung video or pwede nyo na lang, pwede nyo sabihin. Okay? So, okay. So, ayun, yun lang. Dapat ito ay equal sign. Pasensya na. This is supposedly equal sign. So, dapat yan ay 1 is equal, I is equal to 1. Okay? Pero ang pinaka-importante dito is yung ating pinaka-expression which is 2i. Next. Again, pinaka-importanting reminders. Dapat alam natin na yung ating series ay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So, alam natin na meron tayong 5 na term. O, doon tayo sa pinakamadali muna. This is the summation. Pangit ng summation ko. Pangit ng sigma ko. So, this is the summation. The lower limit is, again, I na lang gamitin natin. I is equal to, of course, sa pinakauna siya nag-umpisa, I is equal to 1. Then, yung pinaka-last term natin, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 terms. Therefore, our upper limit is equal to 5. Ang nawawala na naman is yung expression natin. Ngayon, kayo na mismo yung tatanungin ko, paano kaya magiging 1 si 1? Paano tapos biglang magiging 4, yun dapat ay 2? Paano magiging 9, yun dapat ay 3? Paano magiging 16, yun dapat ay 4? Paano magiging 25, yun dapat ay 5? Okay? So, i-pause yung video, pag-isipan mabuti. So, again, I is equal to, supposedly, it is I is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kung mapapansin nyo, yung ating 1 ay naging 1. yung ating 2, di pa natin masyadong mapapansin kung paano bang expression yung gagawin natin, sa 1 muna, eh. Tignan natin sa iba, okay? So, paano ba naging 2 si 4? Paano naging, paano naging 4 si 2? Paano naging 9 si 3? Okay? Again, dapat ito yung numbers nila. Dapat yan ay 2 pero naging 4. Dapat yan ay 3 pero naging 9. Dapat yan ay 4 pero naging 16. Dapat yan ay 5 pero naging 25. So, kung mapapansin nyo, okay? Siguro yung iba napansin na. Kung mapapansin nyo, pag in-squared natin itong mga numbers, paanong squared? For example, 1 squared, 2 squared, 3 squared, 4 squared, and 5 squared. O, yung iba siguro nasa isip, Sir, minultiply sa sarili niya. Tandaan nyo, pag minultiply siya sa sarili niya ng 2 beses, squared yun. Okay? Tandaan nyo, gumagawa tayo ng expression. Hindi natin pwedeng ilagay yung 2 times 2 or 3 times 3 kasi dapat parang gumagawa tayo ng formula. So again, siya ay minumultiply sa sarili niya. For example, 1. 1 squared is 1 times 1. That is 1. 2 squared is 2 times 2 is equal to 4. 3 squared is 3 times 3, it is equal to 9. 4 squared is 4 times 4, which is 16. 5 squared is 5 times 5, which is 25. So, dun pa lang, tama agad. Ano yung dinagdag natin? Nilagyan natin siya ng squared lahat ng term or bawat term. Therefore, kung nilagyan natin yan ng squared bawat isang term, lalagyan natin ng squared yung I natin kasi siya yung magisilbing formula. Kung ano man yung value ng I, mapa 1 hanggang 5 man yan, squared lang natin yun, tumama yan dito sa series natin. Okay? Or sa given series. Therefore, this is I squared. Okay? Masyadong mahaba yung buntot ng I. So, this is I squared. Okay? So, again, the summation of the expression 1 squared as the index goes from 1 to 5 is, i-total nyo na lang to. Yung kung ano yung series niya. Sir, kailangan ba yung may equal sign? Hindi naman. Ang pinaka-importante lang, dapat alam muna natin siyang i-convert into this sigma notation. Okay? Sir, ang pangit ng sigma notation mo. Hindi ito. O, yan. O, di ba? Pangit pa rin. O, basta. Check natin kung tama. Okay. So, this is the correct. Tama naman yung sagot natin. So, I squared nga yung ating expression. Yun lang naman yung may challenge, yung pinaka-expression. Next. Again, dapat pala yung reminder ko, yung isa na lang eh, no? Yung dapat to kasi dyan pa lang kayang-kaya na natin. So, again, ay pa rin ang gagamitin natin. This is the sigma. So, n mula sa umpisa or mula sa 1 is equal to 1. The lower limit is 1. Ilang term to? 1, 2, 3, 4. Apat lang yung term natin. Therefore, the upper limit is up to 4. Okay? Next. Doon na tayo sa sa medyo tricky or kailangan mag-isip. So, we have I yung gagamitin natin. Sorry. Dito, I na lang gagamitin ko instead of n. So, we have I. It is supposedly 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause nyo yung video, tingnan natin kung anong maiisip nyo. Okay, so yung 1, yung supposedly 1 ay naging 1. Yung dapat na 2 ay naging 8. Yung dapat na 3 ay naging 27. Yung dapat na 4 ay naging 64. Ano kaya yung napansin nyo dyan? Okay? Yung 1, hindi pa natin masyado makikita kasi kahit anong gawin natin kay 1, multiply man yan or what, possible kasi na maging 1 pa rin siya or mag-remain as 1. Doon tayo sa 2, 3, and 4. Okay? So, sa 2, sa tingin nyo, bakit siya magiging 8? Or paano siya magiging 8? Okay? Sir, i-times 3 po. Pagka sinabi nyo i-times 3, remember, that's 2 times 3. 2 times 3 is equal to 6. 8 to. Okay? So, hindi siya 2 times 3. Hindi pwede maging, hindi pwede maging 3i. Bakit hindi pwede maging 3i? Kasi for example, your I is equal to 3. For example lang to ha, your I is equal to 3. Dapat yan ay maging 27. Pero, pag yung I is equal to 3, that's 3 times 3. And 3 times 3 is equal to 9. Okay? So, hindi siya 27. Bakit kaya? Sir, pag tatlong beses mo siyang minultiply sa sarili niya. O paano yun? For example, kay 2. 2 times 2 is equal to 4. Yung sagot doon, i-multiply nyo ulit sa 2. That's equal to 8. Paano yun? 2 times 2 is equal to 4 times 2 is equal to 8. O medyo tumama. Tignan natin kung sunod-sunod hanggang 4. Sir, yung 3 naman, minultiply din sa sarili niya ng tatlong beses. 3 times 3 is equal to 9. Times 3, another 3 is equal to 27. At tumama pa rin dun sa 27. Next naman natin is 4. Sir, 4 plus 4 is equal to 16. 16 times 4 is equal to 64. So, lahat ay tumama. O, sir, paano yung 1? Kawawa naman si 1. So, 1 times 1 is equal to 1. Wait lang, may nahulog lang. Times 1 is also equal to 1. Therefore, pagka minumultiply siya sa sarili niya ng tatlong beses, lumalabas yung series na supposedly or yung pinaka-number niya. Okay, yung series or yung value ng series natin. Therefore, ang gagawin natin since I is equal to supposedly 1, 2, 3, 4, pero hindi nga siya naging 1, 2, 3, 4, naging 1, 8, 27, and 64 siya, napansin natin na minultiply siya ng tatlong beses sa sarili niya. At pag yun ay minultiply sa sarili niya, ang unang papasok sa isip natin ay exponent, parang yung kanina, naka-squared. But this one is 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, and 4 cube. Sir, bakit pa naging cube? Di ba sabi ko, kung ilang beses mo yung multiply sa sarili niya, yun yung exponent niya. If our numbers is supposedly 1, 2, 3, 4, pero may cube siya, therefore, yung ating I, or yung variable natin, dapat may cube din. Okay? Kasi it represents your number. Yung pinaka, supposedly, series mo. Therefore, our I, we have an expression of I cube. Okay? So, ito na ngayon yung summation mo, or sorry, yung sigma notation mo. We have the summation of the expression I raised to 3 or I cube, where the index, as index goes from 1 to 4. Ibig sabihin, hahanapin mo yung pinaka summation or total ng may expression ng 1 I cube from 1 to 4. Okay? From first term to fourth term. O, yun lang naman yun. So, this is the conversion. So, this is the answer. Tama naman. Next. Paano naman? O, dun muna ulit tayo sa pinaka-importante. Okay? So, we have, dun muna tayo sa pinakamadali, our summation. Ang pinakaunang term natin, which is I is equal to 1, first term, and up to 1, 2, 3, 4, and our upper limit is equal to 4. So, from first term to fourth term yung hinahanapan natin. Ang gagawin na lang natin is yung expression or parang function dito. Okay? Again, our I is supposedly 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Ang unang nasa isip dapat natin, bakit naging 1 or paano naging 3 yung 1? Paano naging 9 yung 2? Paano naging 27 yung 3? Paano naging 81 yung 4? Okay? Check nyo. Sige nga, pakitry. Tingnan natin. Isipin maigi. O baka mamaya yung iba sumuko na. Pero try pa rin. Okay? Kung sumuko na, continue to the video. Sir, paano namin magagawang 9 yung 2? Paano namin magagawang 27 yung 3? Paano namin magagawang 8, paano natin magagawang 81 yung 4? Okay? Sir, meron ba kaming i-add or kung ano man? Ito yung titignan naman natin. Ang next nating i-check is check for the difference and ratio or ratio. Okay? So, ang given natin is 3, 9, 27, and 81. Kung mapapansin natin, yung 3, 9, 27 at 81, ayan ay kumbaga sa sequence or dun sa series, makikita natin na meron silang common ratio. They have the common ratio of what? Common ratio of 3. Bakit? Kasi yung first term is 3, i-multiply mo siya sa 3, and it would become the second term, which is 9. Yung 27 naman or yung third term naman, siya ay, tawag dito, pag minultiply mo yung second term sa 3, ang sagot is 27. Para makuha naman yung fourth number, pag minultiply mo yung 27 sa 3, ang sagot is 81. Therefore, they have the common ratio of 3. So, bawat number ay minumultiply sa 3. Okay? So, sir, paano natin magagawang yung dapat na 2, paano natin magagawang 9? Yung dapat na 3, paano natin magagawang 27? Yung dapat na 4, ay paano natin magagawang 81? Eh, di tignan natin yung common ratio. Okay? Paano makakatulong sa atin yung common ratio? Tignan natin, uh, let's use the trial and error. For example, 1 cube. For example, yung common ratio, naisipan yung gawing exponent. For example, 1 cube. 1 cube is equal to 1, di ba? Kasi 1 times 1 is 1 times 1 is 1. Eh, ang una natin is 3. Therefore, hindi siya pwedeng cube or hindi siya pwedeng gawing exponent. Hindi exponent si common ratio. Kung hindi siya pwede gawing exponent, what if pagbaligtarin natin yung 3 or yung ratio or common ratio, siya yung ating number. Then yung supposedly ay natin na 1, 2, 3, 4, siya yung gagawin nating exponent. Try natin. 3 raised to 1. 3 raised to 1 is equal to 3 lang. Hindi mo siya kailangan i-multiply sa sarili niya. Hindi na siya, walang kailangan gawin doon. 3 raised to 1 is equal to 3. Tumama sa first term. Tingnan natin yung second term. Yung dapat na 2 ay 9. Tignan na natin. So, 3 gawin natin exponent. Yung 2, that's 3 squared. And 3 squared is equal to 3 times 3. And 3 times 3 is equal to 9. Tumama yung second term. Next, using the common ratio again, which is 3, yung dapat na 3, tignan natin kung paano magagawang 27. So, we have 3 cube. Bakit? Itong 3, ginawa nating exponent. 3 cube is 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. Times 3 is equal to 27. Tama pa rin yung ating third term. And yung last term, tingnan natin, 3 pa rin yung ating pinaka-number. And yung pinaka-exponent natin ay magiging 4 naman. Kasi, ito yun. Okay? So, we have 3 times 3 is equal to 9. Times 3 is equal to 27. Pang-apat na tayong multiply ng 3. Times 3 is equal to 81. Okay? Ibig sabihin, tama yung ginawa natin. Yung pinaka-base natin is equal to 3, which is the common ratio, at yung I natin ay nasa exponent na siya. Therefore, itong I na to, dapat nasa exponent siya ng ating common ratio, which is 3. So, we have 3 raised to I. Okay? So, yan yung magiging formula natin. Sir, bakit pa naging ganyan? Eh, di ba, ginawa natin isa-isa. Yung, for example, this is our expression, 3 raised to I. Yung I, palitan nyo ng 1. Ito yun. Yung I, palitan nyo ng 2. Ito yun. Yung I, palitan nyo ng 3. Ito yun. Yung I, palitan nyo ng 4. Ito rin yun. Therefore, our expression is equal to 3 raised to I. Okay? This is 3 raised to I. So this is the summation of 3i when the index goes from 1 to 4. Okay? So this is our final answer. And this is the correct answer. Okay? So, try lang natin kung medyo naguguluhan, medyo back nyo lang. Then, yung mga sinabi ko naman is, yun yung pinaka uh, naisip ko na simpleng paliwanag para makuha nyo yung pinaka-formula or para ma-convert yung series to sigma notation. Okay? So I hope you learned something. Thank you very much. Bye.